in the dazzling city of Los Angeles during the late 1960s. The enchanting actress Jean Seberg captivates audiences worldwide with her ethereal beauty and nuanced performances. Yet, beneath the surface of her glittering career, a web of intrigue and shadows lurks. Known for her unconventional roles, Seberg is drawn into the world of political activism, supporting civil rights movements. Her bold stance catches the eye of a more covert and powerful entity, the FBI, leading to clandestine surveillance and hidden agendas. As her life becomes intertwined with this shadowy world, a rumor, a falsehood so potent, threatens to unravel the very fabric of Seberg's existence. This vicious concoction of deceit and betrayal is not just a personal attack, but a chess move in a larger game of power and control. Navigating through this labyrinth, Seberg's resilience is tested, and her life takes turns that are as unpredictable as they are heartbreaking. As the celebrated actress finds herself in the crosshairs of the FBI, the question of the truth behind this rumor becomes a compelling mystery that is as sorrowful as it is intriguing. The journey through the darker corridors of fame and politics unfolds as Seberg fights to clear her name and reclaim her life. Born and raised in the small town of Marshalltown, Iowa, Jean Dorothy Seberg was a world away from the glitz and glamour of Hollywood. The daughter of a pharmacist and a substitute teacher, her Midwestern upbringing was far removed from the epicenters of cinematic art and culture. Yet, this unlikely cradle would produce a future star who would captivate audiences around the globe. From an early age, Seberg showed a keen interest in the performing arts. She participated in school plays and local theater productions, honing her craft and developing her unique style. Her talent and dedication did not go unnoticed, and she soon found herself on the radar of some of the biggest names in the industry. Despite the odds stacked against her, Seberg was determined to make a name for herself in the world of film. She moved to New York City to study acting and quickly caught the attention of directors and producers with her fresh-faced charm and undeniable talent. Her big break came in 1957 when she was cast in the lead role of the French New Wave classic St. John. The film was a critical and commercial success, and Seberg's performance was widely praised. From there, Seberg's career took off. She became a fixture in European cinema, working with some of the most renowned directors of the time. Her performances were always nuanced and captivating, and she quickly became a favorite among audiences and critics alike. Despite her success, Seberg remained grounded and true to her roots. She never forgot where she came from and often spoke about the importance of her Midwestern upbringing in shaping her as an artist. Her unique perspective and down-to-earth personality made her a beloved figure in the industry and endeared her to fans around the world. In the end, Jean Seberg's legacy is one of determination, talent, and grace. She proved that with hard work and dedication, anyone can achieve their dreams, no matter where they come from. Her contributions to the world of cinema will always be remembered, and her impact will continue to resonate for generations to come. Jean Seberg's journey to stardom was as unconventional as it was unexpected. In 1956, famed director Otto Preminger embarked on a nationwide talent search for the title role in his upcoming film St. John, based on George Bernard Shaw's play. The search was extensive, covering numerous cities and auditioning thousands of hopefuls. Among them was Seberg, a teenager with no significant acting experience, other than a season of summer stock performances under her lieutenant despite the odds being against her. Seberg's audition caught Preminger's eye. Her natural charisma and fresh-faced innocence stood out amidst a sea of seasoned aspirants. At the tender age of 18, Seberg was cast as the lead in the film, which would become her breakout role and solidify her place in Hollywood. Preminger took a chance on Seberg, and it paid off. Her performance in St. John was met with critical acclaim, and she quickly became a rising star in the film industry. Seberg's unique blend of vulnerability and strength made her a captivating presence on screen, and she went on to star in a number of iconic films throughout her career. However, Seberg's path to success was not without its challenges. The actress faced intense scrutiny and pressure as she navigated the cutthroat world of Hollywood. Despite this, she remained dedicated to her craft and continued to push boundaries in the roles she took on. In addition to her work in film, Seberg was also known for her activism and her commitment to social causes. She used her platform to speak out on issues that mattered to her, and she was not afraid to use her voice to make a difference. Today, Seberg's legacy lies on not only for her contributions to the world of film, but also for her courage and conviction. She will always be remembered as a trailblazer and a true original. Her story serves as a reminder that with hard work, determination, and a little bit of luck, even the most unlikely of dreams can come true. In a surprising turn of events, 17-year-old Jean Seberg, a high school student from Iowa, was chosen to play the role of Joan of Arc, one of history's most iconic figures. This decision was met with a mix of excitement and skepticism. On one hand, there was enthusiasm about the discovery of a new talent, but on the other hand, there were doubts about her ability to handle such a demanding role. Jean Seberg's selection for the part was far from typical. She had no prior acting experience, and the role of Joan of Arc was a challenging one, requiring both emotional depth and physical strength. However, the film's director, Otto Preminger, saw something special in Seberg and believed she was the right choice for the part. The film, titled St. Joan, was released in 1957, and Seberg's performance received mixed reviews. Some critics praised her for her bold and daring portrayal of the legendary heroine, while others felt she was miscast and lacked the necessary experience to convincingly play such a complex character. Despite the mixed reception, Seberg's performance in St. Joan marked the beginning of a successful film career. Seberg went on to appear in numerous films throughout the 1960s and 1970s, including Breathless, Lilith, and Airport. She became known for her unique beauty, distinctive voice, and intense on-screen presence. Sadly, Seberg's life was cut short when she died in 1979 at the age of 40. In hindsight, Seberg's casting as Joan of Arc was a brave and unconventional choice. While she may not have had the experience or training of other actresses, she brought a fresh and exciting energy to the role. Her performance in St. Joan remains a testament to her talent and potential, and it serves as a reminder of the power of taking risks and embracing new opportunities. Jean Seberg's debut in the 1957 film St. Joan was met with great anticipation and controversy. The production and release of this movie were shrouded in a whirlwind of publicity, with much of the attention focused on Seberg's inexperience and the daring choice of director Otto Preminger to cast her in the lead role. Critics were divided in their assessment of Seberg's performance. Some praised her fresh approach and unique style, while others were less forgiving of her lack of experience. Despite the mixed reviews, St. Joan marked the beginning of Seberg's career in the limelight and set the stage for her rise to international fame. Seberg's portrayal of the title character, a young woman who leads the French army to victory and is later burned at the stake for heresy, was a bold and daring choice for such a young and inexperienced actress. Preminger, who was known for taking risks and challenging conventional norms, saw something special in Seberg and took a chance on her. The film was based on the play by George Bernard Shaw, and Seberg's performance was compared to that of previous actresses who had played the role, including Sybil Thorndike and Uta Hagenroll. While some critics felt that Seberg was out of her depth, others saw her performance as a breath of fresh air, bringing a new and exciting energy to the character. Seberg's inexperience was a double-edged sword. On the one hand, it allowed her to approach the role with a fresh perspective and without any preconceived notions. On the other hand, it also meant that she was vulnerable to criticism and scrutiny, with some critics questioning her ability to handle such a complex and demanding role. Despite the mixed reviews, St. Joan remains a classic of its time and a testament to Seberg's talent and potential. The film's release marked the beginning of a long and successful career for the actress, who would go on to star in many more memorable roles in the years to come. Jean Seberg's journey in Hollywood was not without its challenges. The initial criticism she received for her performance in the film St. Joan weighed heavily on her. The film's reception was a harsh introduction to the realities of Hollywood, and it marked the beginning of a career that would be marked by ups and downs. Despite the initial setback, Seberg's career continued to progress. She starred in a number of films, including Breathless, which became a classic of the French New Wave movement. However, the criticism she faced for St. Joan continued to haunt her, and she struggled to shake off the negative reviews. As Seberg's career continued, she faced further challenges. She was constantly under scrutiny from the press, and her personal life became the subject of much speculation. Despite these challenges, Seberg remained determined to succeed in Hollywood. She continued to take on challenging roles and to push herself as an actress. One of the most significant challenges that Seberg faced was the backlash she received for her political activism. She was a vocal supporter of the civil rights movement, and this put her at odds with the conservative establishment in Hollywood. As a result, she faced discrimination and was often blacklisted. Despite these challenges, Seberg's career continued to flourish. She starred in a number of successful films, including Matryoshka Muff and The Mouse That Roared. She also continued to be a vocal advocate for social justice, using her platform to speak out against inequality and discrimination. In the end, Seberg's career was marked by both triumph and tragedy. She faced numerous challenges, but she never gave up. Her determination and resilience are a testament to her strength as an actress and as a person. Despite the setbacks she faced, Seberg's legacy continues to inspire and empower others to this day. Following the turbulent debut of St. Joan, Jean Seberg's career in Hollywood faced an uphill battle. The criticism of her performance lingered, casting a shadow over her early steps in the film industry. However, Otto Preminger remained undeterred by the initial backlash and cast Seberg again in his next film, Bonjour Tristesse, in 1958. This film marked a dramatic departure from the historical epic of St. Joan, offering Seberg a chance to showcase her range in a contemporary setting. Set against the backdrop of the French Riviera, Bonjour Tristesse was a tale of love, jealousy, and betrayal. Seberg played the role of Syl, a carefree teenager caught in a web of complicated relationships. In this classic film, Seberg's character, Syl, finds herself at the center of a love triangle between her father and his young mistress. As the story unfolds, Syl's actions lead to a series of events that expose the complexities of human emotions and relationships. Seberg's portrayal of Syl was both nuanced and captivating, leaving audiences in awe of her talent. Throughout the film, Seberg demonstrated her ability to convey a range of emotions, from joy and innocence to sadness and despair. Her performance in Bonjour Tristesse was a testament to her versatility as an actress, showcasing her ability to excel in contemporary roles. Despite the initial setbacks in her career, Seberg's talent and determination shone through in Bonjour Tristesse. This classic film remains a beloved piece of cinema history, showcasing Seberg's undeniable talent and her ability to captivate audiences with her performances. In 1958, following the success of St. Joan, director Otto Preminger once again placed his faith in Jean Seberg, casting her as Cecile in Bonjour Tristesse. However, the film received mixed reviews, with critics acknowledging Seberg's growth as an actress but continuing to scrutinize her performance. The film's lukewarm reception was a blow to Seberg's aspirations, who had hoped to establish herself as a leading lady in Hollywood. The harsh criticism and underwhelming box office returns nearly ended her career before it had fully begun. Despite the setback, Seberg remained determined to prove herself as a serious actress. She continued to take on challenging roles and worked with renowned directors, refusing to let the failure of Bonjour Tristesse define her career. Throughout her career, Seberg faced constant scrutiny and criticism from the press, who often focused on her personal life rather than her talent. However, she remained dedicated to her craft and continued to push boundaries as an actress. Despite the challenges she faced, Seberg's impact on the film industry is still felt today. Her unique style and fearless approach to acting continue to inspire new generations of actors and filmmakers. In Bonjour Tristesse, Seberg showed glimpses of the greatness that was to come, even in the face of mixed reviews and a disappointing box office performance. Her growth as an actress and determination to succeed in the face of adversity remain a testament to her talent and resilience. After facing several challenges in Hollywood, the actress Jean Seberg made a bold move that would change her career forever. She decided to move to France, a decision that distanced her from Hollywood but brought her closer to a new wave of cinema. It was in France that Seberg found her footing in 1960 when she starred in Jean-Luc Godard's Breathless. The film would become a cornerstone of the French New Wave movement, known for its revolutionary style and storytelling. Seberg's portrayal of Patricia Franchini, a young American woman in Paris, was iconic with her short pixie haircut and naturalistic performance. She captured the essence of the New Wave's break from tradition filmmaking. Breathless was a success, and Seberg's performance earned her critical acclaim and international recognition. The film's success was a turning point for Seberg, who had previously struggled to find her place in Hollywood. With this classic film, she became a symbol of the French New Wave movement and a representative of its innovative and daring style. Seberg's performance in Breathless was a testament to her talent and versatility as an actress. She brought a fresh and modern energy to the screen, and her portrayal of Patricia Franchini was a departure from the traditional roles offered to women in Hollywood. With this film, Seberg showed that she was a force to be reckoned with, and she paved the way for a new generation of actresses who would challenge traditional norms and push the boundaries of cinema. In conclusion, Jean Seberg's decision to move to France and her work in Breathless were defining moments in her career. She found her footing in a new wave of cinema and became a symbol of its innovative and daring style. With her naturalistic performance and short pixie haircut, Seberg captured the essence of the new wave's break from tradition filmmaking, and she earned critical acclaim and international recognition for her work. Breathless was a turning point for Seberg, and it remains a classic film that continues to inspire and influence filmmakers today. After facing uncertain beginnings in Hollywood, Jean Seberg's career took a significant turn during her period of European success. The actress emerged as a leading figure in European cinema, leaving behind her earlier works that did not fully showcase her versatility and depth. Seberg's shift to European cinema was not merely a change of location, but a reinvention of herself as an actress. The French films that Seberg starred in during this time displayed her ability to take on diverse roles and showcase her talent. Her performances were met with critical acclaim, solidifying her status as a prominent figure in European cinema. Seberg's work during this period was characterized by a level of depth and complexity that had not been seen in her earlier roles. One of the films that showcased Seberg's talent during this time was Breathless, a French New Wave classic. In this film, Seberg played the role of Patricia, an American student living in Paris. Her performance in this film was praised for its naturalness and authenticity, and it remains a classic in French cinema. Seberg's success in European cinema was not limited to her work in France. She also starred in several Italian films, further solidifying her status as a leading figure in European cinema. Her work during this period was a testament to her versatility and talent as an actress. In conclusion, Jean Seberg's period of European success marked a significant transformation in her career. The actress emerged as a leading figure in European cinema, showcasing a versatility and depth that had not been fully appreciated in her earlier works. Seberg's shift to European cinema was not just a change of location, but a reinvention of herself as an actress. Her work during this period remains a classic in European cinema and a testament to her talent and versatility as an actress. As Jean Seberg's career took a new direction in Europe, her personal life also underwent significant changes. The actress, who was once known for her roles in American films like St. Joan and Breathless, began to develop a passion for political activism. In particular, she became involved in civil rights movements, using her platform to support causes she believed in. Beyond the cinematic world, Seberg's activism brought her into contact with larger forces than the film industry. Her support for the Black Panther Party and other civil rights groups drew attention from powerful enemies, including the FBI. Unbeknownst to Seberg, the agency had launched a campaign to discredit her, spreading false rumors about her personal life and her political beliefs. Despite the challenges she faced, Seberg remained committed to her activism. She used her fame and influence to raise awareness about social justice issues, becoming a powerful voice for change. However, the pressure of being a target of government surveillance took its toll on the actress, both personally and professionally. Seberg's story is a reminder of the risks that come with political activism, particularly for those in the public eye. But it also serves as a testament to the power of conviction and the importance of standing up for what one believes in, even in the face of adversity. Today, Seberg's legacy lives on, not only as a talented actress, but also as a champion for social justice. As the actress's star continued to rise in the European film industry, Jean Seberg found herself drawn to the social and political causes of the 1960s. In particular, she became deeply involved in the civil rights movement in the United States. Seberg's foray into activism was marked by both passion and generosity. She became known for her support of various civil rights groups, including the NAACP. However, it was her involvement with the Black Panther Party that would bring her under the most scrutiny. At the time, the Black Panther Party was a controversial and militant group that advocated for the rights of African Americans. Seberg's association with the group led to her being closely watched by the FBI, who were concerned about her influence and the potential threat she posed to national security. Despite the risks, Seberg remained committed to the cause of civil rights. She used her platform as a successful actress to raise awareness about the issues facing African Americans and to advocate for change. However, her activism came at a cost. Seberg's involvement with the Black Panther Party led to her being targeted by the FBI, who engaged in a campaign of harassment and surveillance against her. The FBI's efforts to discredit Seberg included spreading false rumors about her personal life, including a false claim that she was pregnant with a Black Panther's child. The stress of the FBI's campaign took a toll on Seberg's mental health, and she struggled with depression and anxiety. Despite these challenges, Seberg remained committed to her activism until the end of her life. She continued to support civil rights causes and to use her platform to raise awareness about social justice issues. Sadly, Seberg's life was cut short when she died by suicide in 1979 at the age of 40. Today, Jean Seberg is remembered not only for her contributions to the world of cinema, but also for her bravery and dedication to the cause of civil rights. Her legacy continues to inspire activists and artists around the world. In the late 1960s, the actress Jean Seberg, already well known for her role in the French New Wave film Breathless, became moved by the Black Panthers' fight against racial injustice. She was one of the few Hollywood figures who openly supported the group, using both her voice and her financial resources to contribute to their cause. This period in Seberg's life showcased a different aspect of her character, one of deep empathy and commitment to social justice. However, Seberg's activism was not without risk. During this time, the FBI, under the leadership of J. Edgar Hoover, was intensifying its efforts to monitor and disrupt civil rights groups and other organizations deemed subversive through the Quantico program. Seberg's high-profile support for the Black Panther Party inevitably put her on the FBI's radar. Despite the risks, Seberg remained committed to the cause of social justice. She used her platform to speak out against the systemic racism and inequality that she saw in America. Her contributions were significant, and they did not go unnoticed. However, the FBI's surveillance of Seberg was relentless, and it took a toll on her personal and professional life. The FBI's efforts to discredit Seberg included spreading false rumors about her personal life and her political beliefs. They even went so far as to plant a false story in the press about Seberg being pregnant with a Black Panther's child. The story was false, but it was widely reported, and it caused significant harm to Seberg's reputation. Despite the challenges she faced, Seberg remained committed to her beliefs and to the causes she supported. Her activism was a testament to her deep empathy and her commitment to social justice. Sadly, Seberg's life was cut short when she died in 1979 at the age of 40. However, her legacy lives on, and her contributions to the fight for social justice continue to inspire and motivate people today. The FBI's interest in Jean Seberg went beyond a casual concern. Documents released under the Freedom of Information Act revealed that the Bureau had started a covert surveillance operation against the actress. This operation was part of a broader strategy to discredit and destabilize groups and individuals involved in the civil rights movement. As a result, every move and association of the actress were being watched and had the potential to be used against her. The actress, known for her work in films such as Breathless and Paint Your Wagon, was a prominent figure in Hollywood. However, her activism in the civil rights movement caught the attention of the FBI. The Bureau's counterintelligence program aimed to disrupt, discredit, and neutralize domestic political organizations. Seberg became a target of this program, and the Bureau began to monitor her activities closely. The surveillance of the actress was extensive. The FBI tracked her movements, monitored her phone conversations, and even opened her mail. They collected information on her associations, her political views, and her personal life. The Bureau used this information to create a file on the actress, which they used to discredit her and undermine her activism. The consequences of this surveillance were significant for the actress. The FBI leaked false information to the press, claiming that Seberg's child was fathered by a member of the Black Panther Party. This false report caused significant distress for the actress, who was pregnant at the time. The actress's career and personal life suffered as a result of the FBI's actions. The surveillance of Jean Seberg was a clear violation of her civil liberties. The FBI's actions were a part of a broader strategy to discredit and destabilize groups and individuals involved in the civil rights movement. The actress's story serves as a reminder of the dangers of government surveillance and the importance of protecting civil liberties. Despite the challenges she faced, Jean Seberg remained committed to her activism and left a lasting impact on the film industry and the civil rights movement. The constant surveillance and scrutiny that Jean Seberg faced as a result of being a target of the FBI had a profound impact on her life and career. The actress, who was once known for her work in French New Wave cinema, found herself at the center of a world of espionage and intrigue. Seberg's activism, which had once been a source of empowerment for her, became a vulnerability. The FBI's efforts to discredit her through their Coinopro program took a toll on her both personally and professionally. She faced constant pressure and scrutiny, and her reputation suffered as a Risu lieutenant. The glamour of cinema was far removed from the reality of Seberg's life. Instead of basking in the success of her films, she was forced to deal with the harsh realities of being a target of the FBI. This impacted her ability to focus on her work and her relationships with those around her. Despite the challenges she faced, Seberg remained committed to her activism. However, the pressure of being a target of the FBI proved to be too much for her to handle. She struggled with mental health issues and ultimately took her own life in 1979. The impact of the FBI's surveillance on Seberg's life and career was profound. The constant scrutiny and pressure took a toll on her both personally and professionally, and her activism, once a source of empowerment, had become a vulnerability. The world of espionage and intrigue that she was exposed to was far removed from the glamour of cinema and ultimately proved to be more than she could handle. Jean Seberg's life took a dramatic turn when she found herself caught in the crosshairs of the FBI. The actress, who had gained fame for her role in the French New Wave film Breathless, became the target of an intense surveillance and harassment campaign orchestrated by the FBI. The tactics used against her were not only invasive but also deeply personal. The FBI monitored Seberg's movements, tapped her phone calls, and even infiltrated her inner circle. This relentless surveillance eroded her sense of privacy and safety. She lived with the constant anxiety that her every word and action were being monitored. The psychological impact of being a target was immense, leading to a sense of paranoia and mistrust that began to permeate her personal and professional relationships. Friends and colleagues were viewed with suspicion, and the once vibrant actress found herself increasingly isolated. The knowledge that powerful forces were aligned against her was a heavy burden to bear. Seberg's sense of paranoia was further fueled by the fact that the FBI leaked false information to the press, claiming that the father of her child was a member of the Black Panther Party. The actress's mental health suffered as a result of the FBI's campaign against her. She struggled with depression and anxiety, and her career began to decline. Seberg's tragic end came in 1979 when she was found dead in her car, having taken her own life at the age of 40. The FBI's campaign against Seberg was a dark chapter in American history, highlighting the dangers of government surveillance and the impact it can have on an individual's life. The actress's story serves as a cautionary tale about the power of government agencies and the importance of protecting individual rights and privacy. Jean Seberg's life as an actress was already under the spotlight, but the FBI's involvement added a sinister layer to the scrutiny she faced. The stress of this situation was compounded by the pressure of maintaining her public image while dealing with the private turmoil of surveillance. Born in 1938, Seberg's career took off when she was chosen to play the lead in the French New Wave film Breathless in 1959. Her American roots and French upbringing made her a unique figure in the film industry, and she quickly became a symbol of the French New Wave movement. However, her success came with a price. Seberg's life was already under the microscope, but the FBI's involvement added a new level of scrutiny. The FBI targeted Seberg due to her support for the civil rights movement and her association with activists. They leaked false information about her to the press, claiming that the father of her child was a Black Panther member. This revelation led to a wave of negative press and public opinion, causing Seberg significant distress. The pressure of maintaining her public image while dealing with the private turmoil of surveillance was a heavy burden to bear. Seberg struggled with depression and anxiety, and the FBI's involvement only exacerbated her mental health issues. She was constantly under the watchful eye of the FBI, and every aspect of her life was subject to scrutiny. Despite the challenges she faced, Seberg continued to act in films and remained a prominent figure in the film industry. However, the stress of her public persona and the private struggles she faced took a toll on her mental health. In 1979, Seberg was found dead in her car at the age of 40, and while the official cause of death was suicide, many speculate that the FBI's involvement played a role in her untimely death. In conclusion, Jean Seberg's life as an actress was marked by both public success and private struggles. The FBI's involvement added a sinister layer to the scrutiny she faced, causing her significant distress and contributing to her mental health issues. Despite the challenges she faced, Seberg remained a prominent figure in the film industry, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire and captivate audiences to this day. During the late 1960s and early 1970s, Jean Seberg, the once confident actress known for her bold choices and activism, found herself grappling with a growing sense of vulnerability. The fear and uncertainty she experienced extended beyond mere inconvenience. It threatened her mental health, her career, and her very sense of self. This period in Seberg's life was marked by a series of events that left her feeling exposed and vulnerable. The FBI's actions, in particular, had a profound impact on the actress. In an effort to discredit Seberg for her support of the Black Panther Party, the FBI leaked false information to the press, alleging that Seberg was carrying the child of a Black Panther member. The ensuing media frenzy took a heavy toll on Seberg, who was already pregnant at the time. The impact of the FBI's actions went far beyond the public humiliation and damage to Seberg's reputation. The actress found herself struggling with her mental health, grappling with fear and uncertainty about her future. The stress and anxiety she experienced during this time took a heavy toll on her pregnancy, and she ultimately suffered a stillbirth. The loss of her child was a devastating blow for Seberg, one that further fueled her feelings of vulnerability and fear. The actress found herself questioning her choices and her place in the world, struggling to come to terms with the events that had unfolded in her life. Despite her best efforts to move forward, Seberg continued to grapple with the impact of the FBI's actions. The actress found it difficult to regain her footing in the industry, and she struggled to overcome the stigma that had been attached to her name. The fear and uncertainty that had once defined her life continued to linger, casting a shadow over her career and her personal life. In the end, the vulnerability that Seberg experienced during this period proved to be a defining characteristic of her life and her career. The actress, who had once been known for her bold choices and activism, found herself grappling with fear and uncertainty, struggling to come to terms with the events that had unfolded in her life. The impact of the FBI's actions extended far beyond mere inconvenience. They threatened her mental health, her career, and her very sense of self. As Jean Seberg navigated the challenging period of the late 1960s and early 1970s, the lines between her public persona and private struggles became increasingly blurred. The once clear boundaries of her life were now shrouded in ambiguity, with the threat of exposure and scandal looming large. Seberg's personal life had always been a subject of interest for the public, but it was during this time that her private struggles were brought to light in a way that would shake Hollywood to its core. The actress had become involved with a group of radical activists, and her support for their cause had not gone unnoticed. In 1970, the FBI began a campaign to discredit Seberg, leaking false information to the press about her personal life. The most damaging of these leaks suggested that Seberg was pregnant with a child fathered by a member of the Black Panther Party. The news of Seberg's alleged relationship with a black activist and her supposedly mixed-race child sent shockwaves through Hollywood. The scandal marked a pivotal moment in Seberg's life and career. The actress, who had always been known for her porcelain skin and blonde hair, was now the subject of intense scrutiny and speculation. Her private struggles had become a public spectacle, and Seberg found herself at the center of a media storm. Despite the challenges she faced, Seberg refused to back down. She continued to support the causes she believed in, even as the FBI's campaign against her intensified. The actress's resilience in the face of adversity was a testament to her strength and determination. The scandal that rocked Hollywood also had a profound impact on Seberg's mental health. The actress struggled with depression and anxiety, and the constant scrutiny and speculation about her personal life took a toll on her well-being. Seberg's tragic death in 1979, at the age of 40, was a devastating loss for the film industry and her fans around the world. In the end, the scandal that had once threatened to destroy Seberg's career and reputation became a symbol of her unwavering commitment to her beliefs and her refusal to be silenced. The actress's legacy continues to inspire and resonate with audiences today, serving as a reminder of the power of standing up for what one believes in, even in the face of adversity. Jean Seberg's life, once filled with the excitement of film sets and the glamour of series, had taken a dark turn. The actress found herself under constant scrutiny, with the FBI's surveillance looming large over her every move. Every phone call, every meeting, and every public appearance was potentially being monitored, turning her existence into a world where privacy was a luxury she could no longer afford. The impact of this constant surveillance was not just a violation of her privacy, but also began to fray the fabric of her everyday life. The actress, who was once known for her captivating performances, now found herself struggling to cope with the pressure of being under the microscope. The FBI's scrutiny had turned her life into a living nightmare, and she found it difficult to step out of her home without feeling the weight of their gaze. The actress's every move was being monitored, and she was constantly looking over her shoulder, fearing that the next knock on her door would be the FBI. This constant fear and anxiety took a toll on her mental and physical health, and she struggled to cope with the pressure. Despite her best efforts, she found it difficult to shake off the feeling of being watched, and her life became a series of endless struggles. The actress's career also suffered as a result of the FBI's surveillance. She found it difficult to focus on her work, and her performances began to suffer. The spark that once defined her acting had dimmed, and she struggled to connect with her characters. The actress's career, which was once on the rise, began to decline, and she found herself struggling to find work. The actress's personal life was also affected by the FBI's surveillance. Her relationships with her friends and family became strained, and she found it difficult to trust anyone. The actress, who was once known for her vibrant personality, became withdrawn and isolated, preferring to spend her time alone rather than in the company of others. Despite the challenges she faced, the actress remained resilient. She refused to let the FBI's surveillance define her life, and continued to pursue her passion for acting. However, the damage had already been done, and the actress's life was forever changed. The FBI's surveillance had turned her life into a living nightmare, and she struggled to cope with the pressure of being under the microscope. In the end, the actress's life was a testament to the impact of constant surveillance on an individual's life. Her story serves as a reminder of the importance of privacy and the dangers of allowing government agencies to monitor citizens' every move. The actress's life, once filled with glamour and excitement, had become a world where privacy was a luxury she could no longer afford. The scrutiny that Jean Seberg faced had a profound impact on her professional life. The actress, once celebrated for her daring and avant-garde film choices, found herself second-guessing roles and projects. She was acutely aware that her choices might be interpreted through the lens of her political affiliations, which led to a career tainted by caution and restraint. Seberg's once vibrant and captivating filmography became more subdued as she wrestled with the fear of being misunderstood or misrepresented. Her earlier work, which included groundbreaking roles in films like Breathless and Lilith, was replaced with more conventional choices that did little to showcase her unique talents. The actress's once promising career began to stagnate, and she struggled to regain the momentum she had lost. Despite her best efforts, Seberg found it difficult to shake off the negative attention that had plagued her for so long. The Jean Seberg of the past, who had fearlessly tackled complex and challenging roles, was replaced by a more cautious and restrained performer. Her once innovative film choices were now overshadowed by her political affiliations, and she found herself struggling to break free from the constraints that had been imposed upon her. In the end, the effects of living under such scrutiny were devastating for Seberg's career. She was no longer able to take risks or push boundaries, and her once promising career was left in tatters. The actress who had once been celebrated for her daring and avant-garde film choices was now reduced to playing it safe, and the film industry was poorer for it. Jean Seberg's personal relationships suffered as trust became a scarce commodity in her life. The actress found herself in a precarious position, constantly questioning the loyalty of those around her. Friends could potentially be informants, and confidants might be agents. This erosion of trust led to a profound sense of isolation, leaving her feeling trapped in a world where she could trust no one, not even those closest to her. The psychological toll of this constant fear and paranoia was evident. The once radiant star, known for her poise and grace, began to show signs of strain. The carefree spirit that had defined her early years in Hollywood was now overshadowed by a sense of weariness and fatigue. The constant pressure, lack of privacy, and fear of betrayal started to manifest in her demeanor and well-being. As the actress navigated this minefield, the pressure took a toll on her mental health. She struggled to maintain relationships, and the fear of betrayal made it difficult for her to form new connections. The joy and enthusiasm that once defined her public persona were replaced with a guarded wariness. Despite her best efforts to maintain a positive outlook, the psychological burden began to show. Her once bright and vibrant personality was now overshadowed by a sense of weariness and fatigue. The constant fear and paranoia had taken a toll, and the actress found it difficult to escape the feeling of isolation that had become her constant companion. In the end, the psychological impact of this constant fear and mistrust proved too much for the actress to bear. The once radiant star was now a mere shadow of her former self, struggling to maintain her mental health in the face of constant pressure and fear. The psychological toll of this difficult period in her life was evident, and it would take a significant toll on her well-being. Jean Seberg's life was a stark contrast to the glamorous image of the Hollywood actress she was known to be. Born on November 13, 1938, in Marshalltown, Iowa, Seberg quickly rose to fame after being discovered by French director Otto Preminger, who cast her in the lead role of his film St. Joan in 1957. Despite her newfound success, Seberg struggled to maintain a sense of normalcy in her personal life. Throughout her career, Seberg was plagued by anxiety and uncertainty. The constant scrutiny of the public eye and the pressure to maintain her image took a toll on her mental health. Seberg's vulnerability and political beliefs also made her a target for surveillance by the FBI during the 1960s and 1970s. The actress was a vocal supporter of the civil rights movement and the Black Panther Party, which led to her being placed under surveillance by the FBI's Quinopro program. The FBI's efforts to discredit Seberg included spreading false rumors about her personal life, which caused her significant distress. The actress's mental health declined further after the stillborn death of her daughter in 1970, which was falsely reported by the FBI to be the result of her relationship with a Black Panther member. Seberg's grief and the public humiliation she faced took a significant toll on her mental health, and she struggled with depression and anxiety for the remainder of her life. Seberg's life serves as a poignant reminder of the cost of fame and the price of political involvement during one of the most turbulent periods in American history. Despite her struggles, Seberg remained committed to her beliefs and used her platform to advocate for social justice. Her legacy continues to inspire and resonate with audiences today, serving as a testament to the power of activism and the resilience of the human spirit. The actress's life was marked by a constant battle to maintain a semblance of normalcy in the face of overwhelming surveillance and public scrutiny. Seberg's story is a cautionary tale about the dangers of fame and the importance of protecting individual privacy and freedom. Her life and career serve as a reminder of the sacrifices that come with being in the public eye, and the importance of standing up for what one believes in, even in the face of adversity. The actress Jean Seberg found herself at the center of a scandal that would not only shake Hollywood, but also have a profound impact on her life. The tension and strain of constant surveillance and scrutiny culminated in a devastating and false rumor. The FBI, as part of their COINTELPRO operation, strategically planted the rumor that Seberg, who was pregnant at the time, was carrying the child of a prominent member of the Black Panther Party. This false information was leaked to the press, and the story quickly spread, causing significant distress to the actress. The scandal took a heavy toll on Seberg, both personally and professionally. The constant media attention and public scrutiny added to the stress and anxiety she was already experiencing due to the FBI's surveillance. The actress, who was known for her work in films such as Breathless and Paint Your Wagon, found herself ostracized by the Hollywood community and struggled to find work. The impact of the scandal was far-reaching and long-lasting. Seberg's career never fully recovered, and the actress struggled with mental health issues for the rest of her life. The false rumor and the subsequent scandal were a stark reminder of the dangers of constant surveillance and scrutiny and the devastating impact it can have on an individual's life. The actress, who passed away in 1979, will always be remembered for her talent and contributions to the world of film. However, the scandal that marred her career serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of constant surveillance and the spread of false information. The actress Jean Seberg found herself at the center of a media frenzy in the late 1960s when a rumor was published in a gossip column alleging that her child was not fathered by her husband, but by a prominent figure in the civil rights movement. The story, though baseless, quickly gained traction and spread through the media like wildfire, tapping into the racially charged atmosphere of the time. This was not just a case of sensational gossip. However, the rumor was deliberately spread by the FBI as part of a campaign to discredit Seberg and weaken her support for the civil rights movement. The actress had been a vocal advocate for civil rights, and the FBI saw her as a threat to their efforts to undermine the movement. The media frenzy that ensued had a devastating impact on Seberg's personal and professional life. The actress suffered from depression and struggled with the negative attention and public scrutiny. The rumor also took a toll on her marriage, and she and her husband eventually divorced. Despite the challenges she faced, Seberg continued to speak out for civil rights and use her platform to raise awareness about social issues. She remained a passionate advocate for justice and equality until her untimely death in 1979. The media frenzy surrounding Seberg serves as a cautionary tale about the power of the media and the dangers of sensationalism. It also highlights the lengths that some will go to in order to discredit and silence those who speak out for what they believe in. Despite the challenges she faced, Seberg's legacy as a civil rights advocate and a trailblazing actress continues to inspire and resonate with people today. The impact of a false rumor on Jean Seberg was nothing short of catastrophic. The invasion of her most private life, the public scrutiny, and the humiliation were overwhelming. The stress caused by the scandal had severe consequences on her health. Seberg went into premature labor, and tragically, the baby girl was stillborn. In a heart-wrenching response to the rumors, and to prove their falsity, Seberg held an open casket funeral, allowing the press to see the infant and confirm that the father was her husband, Roman Gary. The actress's decision to publicly display her deceased child was a bold and painful move, but one that she felt was necessary to clear her name and protect her reputation. The consequences of the rumor were far-reaching and long-lasting. Seberg's career never fully recovered, and she struggled with depression and addiction for the rest of her life. The actress's tragic end, a suspected suicide at the age of 40, was a sad and unfortunate outcome for a woman who had once been hailed as a rising star in Hollywood. The story of Jean Seberg serves as a cautionary tale about the power of rumors and the devastating impact they can have on a person's life. The invasion of privacy, public scrutiny, and humiliation that Seberg endured were a harsh reminder of the consequences of false accusations and the importance of fact-checking before spreading information. In the end, the actress's tragic story is a reminder of the human cost of rumors and the importance of treating others with kindness and respect. It is a lesson that is still relevant today and serves as a warning against the dangers of gossip and hearsay. The scandal that marred Jean Seberg's life marked a significant turning point in her career. The woman who was once known for her luminous presence on the silver screen became a figure of tragedy and controversy. The betrayal and cruelty of the rumor that surrounded her took a heavy toll on her personal life, but it also cast a long shadow over her professional career. At the forefront of the French New Wave, Seberg was a vibrant actress who had achieved significant success in both Hollywood and Europe. However, the scandal that erupted in the late 1960s overshadowed her artistic achievements and tarnished her reputation. The actress, who was once admired for her talent and beauty, found herself embroiled in a scandal that would change the course of her life and career forever. The scandal began when Seberg became involved in the civil rights movement in the United States. She used her platform to speak out against racism and injustice, which made her a target of the FBI. The agency began a campaign to discredit her, and one of the tactics they used was to spread a false rumor that Seberg was pregnant with a Black Panther's child. The rumor was cruel and untrue, but it had a significant impact on Seberg's life. The actress suffered a nervous breakdown as a result of the scandal, and her career never fully recovered. She continued to act in film and television shows, but she was never able to shake off the stigma of the scandal. The betrayal and cruelty of the rumor had taken a heavy toll on Seberg's personal life. She struggled with depression and anxiety, and her relationships suffered as Arisa Lieutenant, the vibrant actress who had once been at the forefront of the French New Wave, found herself isolated and alone. The scandal had also cast a shadow over Seberg's professional career. The actress who had once been known for her talent and beauty was now seen as a figure of tragedy and controversy. The vibrant actress who had been at the forefront of the French New Wave found herself on the sidelines, struggling to regain her former status. In the end, the scandal that had once threatened to destroy Seberg's life and career became a tragic footnote in her story. The actress who had once graced the silver screen with her luminous presence became a symbol of the cruelty and betrayal that can occur in the world of fame and fortune. Despite the challenges she faced, Seberg remained committed to her beliefs and her art, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire and captivate audiences to this day. The isolation that followed the scandal was profound for the actress. Jean Seberg's relationship with the media, the public, and even her inner circle was irrevocably altered. The trust and openness that had once characterized her early career were replaced by suspicion and withdrawal. The scandal that shook Hollywood was not just a story of gossip and sensationalism. It was a poignant chapter in the life of an actress who had become a casualty in a larger political game. The fallout from the scandal was far-reaching, affecting every aspect of Seberg's life. The media, once enamored with the young ingenue, now turned on her with a vengeance. Seberg's every move was scrutinized and distorted, her reputation left in tatters. The public, once captivated by her fresh-faced beauty and talent, now turned their backs on her, leaving her isolated and alone. Even Seberg's inner circle was not immune to the fallout. Friends and colleagues who had once been close to the actress began to distance themselves, unsure of how to navigate the scandal and its aftermath. Seberg's once vibrant social life evaporated, leaving her isolated and alone. The scandal had taken its toll on Seberg's mental health, leaving her anxious and paranoid. She struggled to trust those around her, convinced that they were out to get her. This mistrust and suspicion only served to deepen her isolation, pushing her further and further away from those who cared about her. Despite the challenges she faced, Seberg continued to work in the film industry. However, the roles she once coveted were no longer available to her. Instead, she was relegated to smaller, less prestigious films, her talent and potential unfulfilled. The scandal had forever changed the course of Seberg's career, leaving her isolated and alone in an industry that had once embraced her. The fallout from the scandal was a harsh reminder of the price that can be exacted when one becomes a casualty in a larger political game. In the wake of the devastating scandal, the once celebrated actress Jean Seberg found herself entering a period of turmoil and distress. Known for her poise and talent, Seberg had always been a favorite of the public and critics alike. However, the rumor that had been spread about her shook her to her core, triggering a downward spiral that would deeply affect her both emotionally and professionally. The loss of her child, coupled with the invasive and false nature of the rumor, left Seberg heartbroken, broken, and traumatized. She struggled to come to terms with the tragedy, and the pain was exacerbated by the knowledge that her personal tragedy had become a subject of public speculation and gossip. This period was marked by a profound sense of loss and grief, which began to manifest in various aspects of her life. The actress's emotional state was in shambles, and her professional life began to suffer as well. Seberg found it difficult to focus on her work, and her performances began to suffer as a Arisa Lieutenant. The once brilliant actress found herself struggling to remember lines and deliver the powerful performances that had made her a star. The public scrutiny and media attention that followed the scandal only added to Seberg's distress. She found herself the subject of constant speculation and gossip, with the public seemingly more interested in her personal life than her work. The actress's privacy was invaded, and she found herself unable to escape the prying eyes of the media. The downward spiral that Seberg found herself in was not only emotional but also physical. The actress began to suffer from a series of health problems, including severe anxiety and depression. She turned to drugs and alcohol as a means of coping with the pain, further exacerbating her health issues. Despite the best efforts of her friends and family, Seberg was unable to escape the pain and trauma of the scandal. The actress's life had become a tragic tale of loss and grief, with the once celebrated star finding herself alone and broken. In the end, the downward spiral that Seberg found herself in proved too much to overcome. The actress died at the young age of 40, leaving behind a legacy of brilliant performances and a tragic tale of a star who had been brought down by the very public that had once adored her. The loss of Jean Seberg was a tragedy not only for the film industry, but for all those who had been touched by her work and her life. Jean Seberg's career as an actress was significantly impacted by a scandal that tarnished her reputation. The vibrant actress who had captivated audiences with her performances in films like Breathless found herself overshadowed by controversy. Once, the film industry had eagerly offered her roles, but after the scandal, those opportunities became harder to secure. The industry can be fickle and unforgiving, and Seberg found herself distanced from it. Despite her talent and previous successes, the actress's career began to decline. The roles that had once come readily to her were now scarce. Seberg's professional decline was a sad turn of events for the actress who had brought so much joy to audiences. The industry's response to the scandal was swift and unforgiving. Seberg's career suffered as a result, and she struggled to regain her footing in the world of film. As time went on, Seberg's name faded from the marquees, and she became a distant memory for many moviegoers. The actress who had once been at the forefront of the film industry found herself relegated to the sidelines. Despite the challenges she faced, Seberg remained determined to continue her career in acting. However, the roles she was offered were few and far between. The industry had moved on, and Seberg's star had faded. The actress's decline was a cautionary tale for those in the industry. The fickleness of the film world can be unforgiving, and a single scandal can derail even the most promising careers. In the end, Seberg's career was a testament to the power of scandal and the industry's unforgiving nature. The actress who had once captivated audiences found herself overshadowed by controversy, and her career never fully recovered. As Jean Seberg's fame continued to rise, so did the pressure she faced. The constant surveillance and the trauma of a scandal took a toll on her mental health. Once a confident and spirited woman, the actress became increasingly withdrawn, and her bright demeanor was replaced by a palpable sense of sadness and vulnerability. Friends and colleagues noted a change in her, a shift from the woman they once knew. The actress, who is known for her infectious energy and radiant smile, now seemed to carry the weight of the world on her shoulders. Her once outgoing personality gave way to a more reserved and introspective one. Those who worked with her on set noticed that she struggled to focus and often seemed distracted. Her once flawless performances were marred by small mistakes and miscues. It was clear that the actress was not herself, and those around her couldn't help but worry. Despite the efforts of those around her to offer support and encouragement, the actress found it difficult to shake off the sadness that had taken hold of her. She became increasingly reclusive, avoiding social engagements and public appearances. Her once vibrant personality was replaced by a more subdued and introspective one. As the actress's emotional decline became more pronounced, her colleagues and friends could only watch in concern. They knew that she was going through a difficult time, but they didn't know how to help. The actress had always been fiercely independent, and she was determined to weather the storm on her own. Despite her struggles, the actress continued to work, pouring her heart and soul into each performance. Her fans remained loyal, and her films remained popular. But behind the scenes, the actress was fighting a battle that few knew about. Her emotional decline was a silent struggle, one that she waged alone. In the end, the actress's emotional decline took a heavy toll on her. She struggled with depression and anxiety, and she turned to drugs and alcohol to cope. Her once promising career was marred by scandal and controversy, and she became a cautionary tale for those in the industry. But despite the challenges she faced, the actress remained a beloved figure in Hollywood. Her films continue to inspire and entertain, and her legacy lives on. Her emotional decline serves as a reminder of the toll that fame and fortune can take on even the strongest of individuals. And it is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the power of perseverance in the face of adversity. Jean Seberg's personal life was marked by disarray during the later years of her career. The trust and openness that had once defined her relationships were replaced by suspicion and isolation. The actress found herself feeling constantly watched and judged, which left her feeling exposed and vulnerable. This stark contrast to her earlier years of success and acclaim was a tragic consequence of the intersection of her personal life with a broader political agenda. The impact of the scandal and relentless scrutiny that Seberg experienced had irrevocably altered the course of her life. Her relationships became strained, and the sense of being constantly under surveillance took a toll on her emotional well-being. The actress, who had once been known for her carefree spirit and infectious energy, became increasingly reclusive and mistrustful. Seberg's personal disarray was a far cry from the success and acclaim she had experienced earlier in her career. The actress had first gained international recognition in the late 1950s with her breakout role in the French New Wave film Breathless. Her performance as a free-spirited American student in Paris had captured the hearts of audiences around the world, and she quickly became a symbol of youthful rebellion and nonconformity. Over the next decade, Seberg continued to make a name for herself as a talented and versatile actress. She appeared in a number of critically acclaimed films, including Lilith, Moment to Moment, and Paint Your Wagon. She also became known for her activism and her support of the civil rights movement in the United States. However, despite her success and acclaim, Seberg's personal life began to unravel in the late 1960s and early 1970s. The actress became embroiled in a scandal involving the FBI, who had been monitoring her activities and spreading false rumors about her personal life. The scandal had a profound impact on Seberg's mental health and her relationships, and she struggled to regain her footing in the aftermath. The relentless scrutiny and mistrust that Seberg experienced during this period had a lasting impact on her life and career. The actress, who had once been known for her carefree spirit and infectious energy, became increasingly reclusive and mistrustful. She continued to act in films and television shows, but she never again reached the same level of success and acclaim that she had experienced in her earlier years. In the end, the intersection of Seberg's personal life with a broader political agenda proved to be a tragic turning point in her career. The actress, who had once been a symbol of youthful rebellion and nonconformity, became a cautionary tale of the dangers of fame and the price of political activism. Despite her many contributions to the world of film and activism, Seberg's legacy will always be marred by the personal disarray that defined her later years. The life of the actress Jean Seberg, known for her radiant film appearances, came to a mysterious and tragic end on August 30th, 1979. At the age of 40, Seberg was found dead in her car, parked near her Paris apartment. The circumstances surrounding her death were as enigmatic as they were heartbreaking, adding a final somber note to her tumultuous life. In the days leading up to her discovery, Seberg had been missing, prompting concerns from her loved ones. A search was conducted, and her body was eventually found in the back seat of her Renault Lieutenant. The scene was one of desolation, with the once radiant film icon, now lifeless, wrapped in a blanket. An empty bottle of barbiturates and a note addressed to her son were found nearby. The note and the circumstances of Seberg's death led to speculation about the cause of her passing. Some believed that Seberg had taken her own life, while others suspected foul play. An investigation was conducted, but the truth of what happened to the actress remains shrouded in mystery to this day. Seberg's life had been marked by turmoil and tragedy. She had been hounded by the press and targeted by the FBI due to her support for the Black Panther Party. The stress and scrutiny had taken a toll on her mental and physical health, and she had struggled with depression and addiction. Despite the challenges she faced, Seberg remained a talented and captivating actress, known for her work in films such as Breathless and Joan of Arc. Her legacy continues to resonate with audiences today, and her life and career serve as a reminder of the complexities and struggles that can lie beneath the surface of even the most radiant and successful of lives. The final chapter of Seberg's life may be shrouded in mystery, but her impact on the world of film is undeniable. Her memory lives on through her work, and her story serves as a testament to the challenges and triumphs that can mark the life of a classic Hollywood star. The circumstances surrounding the death of actress Jean Seberg are shrouded in mystery and intrigue. The official cause of death was ruled a probable suicide, but many questions remain unanswered. The presence of a high amount of alcohol in her system, the position in which her body was found, and the absence of alcohol in the car all contribute to speculation about the possibility of foul play. Seberg's tragic end was a profound distress, as evidenced by the note she left behind, expressing her inability to live with her nerves. This classic actress's life was marked by both dazzling highs and despairing lows, and the mystery surrounding her death only added to the intrigue and speculation that had followed her throughout her career. Throughout her life, Seberg was no stranger to controversy and scrutiny. Her outspoken political activism and support for the Black Panther Party led to her being targeted by the FBI, who launched a campaign to discredit her. The stress and harassment she faced as a result of this campaign likely played a role in her declining mental health and eventual death. Despite the many challenges she faced, Seberg remained a talented and dedicated actress until the end. Her work in films such as Breathless and Paint Your Wagon solidified her place as a Hollywood icon, and her legacy continues to inspire and captivate audiences to this day. The circumstances of Seberg's death may never be fully understood, but one thing is certain: her impact on the world of film and politics will never be forgotten. This classic actress's life and career serve as a reminder of the power of art and activism and the enduring impact they can have on society. The once celebrated actress, Jean Seberg, was known for her groundbreaking film roles and her bold political activism. However, her life was also marked by personal struggles and the intense scrutiny that comes with fame. In the aftermath of Seberg's untimely death, there was a sense of loss and a re-examination of the events that had led to her demise. The impact of the FBI's surveillance and the scandals surrounding her personal life were scrutinized in the wake of her passing. Seberg had been targeted by the FBI due to her support of the Black Panther Party, and the resulting negative publicity had taken a toll on her career and personal well-being. Additionally, Seberg's personal struggles, including her struggles with mental health and the pressures of living in the public eye, were also examined. The actress had been open about her struggles, and her death served as a reminder of the personal cost of fame. The aftermath of Seberg's death was also marked by a renewed interest in her film work. Her groundbreaking roles in films such as Breathless and Joan of Arc were re-evaluated in the context of her life and career. The actress's bold choices and willingness to take on challenging roles were celebrated, and her legacy as a trailblazer in the film industry was solidified. In the end, the aftermath of Jean Seberg's death served as a reminder of the fragility of fame and the personal cost of living in the public eye. The actress's life and career continued to be a subject of interest and study, and her legacy as a groundbreaking actress and activist lives on. After the tragic death of actress Jean Seberg, a series of revelations came to light, exposing the darker aspects of her life and the forces that had conspired against her. The most significant of these revelations came from the FBI itself, with documents released under the Freedom of Information Act. These declassified documents revealed the extent of the Bureau's surveillance and harassment campaign against Seberg, confirming many of the suspicions that had surrounded her life. The FBI had indeed targeted Seberg as part of their COINTELPRO operation, aimed at discrediting her due to her support for the Black Panther Party and other civil rights groups. The campaign against her included the planting of a false pregnancy rumor, a malicious act that had devastating consequences for Seberg's personal and professional life. Seberg had been a rising star in Hollywood, known for her role in the French New Wave film Breathless. However, her outspoken support for civil rights and the Black Power movement had made her a target of the FBI's surveillance and harassment. The Bureau's COINTELPRO operation aimed to disrupt, discredit, and neutralize political dissidents and activists, and Seberg was one of many victims of this illegal campaign. The planted rumor of her pregnancy, which was reported in a gossip column, had a profound impact on Seberg's life. The actress, who was married to Romain Gary at the time, had suffered a stillbirth, and the false rumor added to her grief and despair. The news of the false pregnancy rumor spread quickly, causing irreparable damage to Seberg's reputation and career. The FBI's COINTELPRO operation against Seberg was part of a larger pattern of surveillance and harassment of political activists and dissidents during the 1960s and 1970s. The Bureau's illegal activities were exposed in the aftermath of Seberg's death, shedding light on the darker forces that had conspired against her. The revelations about the FBI's campaign against Seberg were a tragic reminder of the consequences of government surveillance and harassment of political activists. The actress's story serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of targeting individuals based on their political beliefs and associations. Despite the challenges she faced, Seberg remained committed to her principles and her support for civil rights, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire and resonate today. The revelation of the FBI's campaign to undermine and discredit actress Jean Seberg due to her political beliefs has shed new light on the struggles she faced during her career. The paranoia, anxiety, and distress that the actress experienced were not just byproducts of fame and public scrutiny, but the direct results of the government's efforts to destroy her life and reputation. The knowledge that Seberg's fears and suspicions were grounded in reality has offered a tragic vindication of her experiences. The public's reaction to these revelations has been one of shock and outrage. The idea that the FBI had actively worked to destroy the life and reputation of a prominent actress for her political beliefs has raised serious questions about government overreach, the abuse of power, and the violation of civil liberties. Seberg's story has highlighted the dangers of government agencies targeting individuals based on their political beliefs and has sparked important conversations about the limits of government power. The public's recognition of the injustices that Seberg faced has served as a reminder of the importance of protecting civil liberties and the need for accountability in government actions. The tragic tale of Seberg's life and the government's efforts to discredit her has left a lasting impact on the public's perception of the role of government in individuals' lives. The actress's story serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of government overreach and the importance of protecting civil liberties, even in the face of political differences. The revelations that came to light after Jean Seberg's death were a painful confirmation of the challenges she had faced. For those who had known and loved the actress, these disclosures offered a context for understanding the turmoil that had characterized the latter part of her life. They provided a framework for re-evaluating her legacy, as her story with its blend of glamour, intrigue, and tragedy became a cautionary tale about the cost of political involvement and the vulnerability of public figures. Seberg's life, once a beacon of Hollywood success, had become a symbol of the darker forces at play in the shadows of fame and politics. The truth unveiled in the wake of the actress's death did not just close the chapter on a life marked by brilliance and tragedy, it opened a broader dialogue about the nature of fame, the responsibilities of government agencies, and the enduring impact of political activism. The actress, who had captivated audiences with her performances in films like Breathless and Paint Your Wagon, was no stranger to controversy. Her outspoken support for the Black Panther Party and other civil rights movements had already made her a target of government surveillance and harassment. However, the extent of this persecution only came to light after her death, revealing a deeply troubling pattern of abuse of power and violation of privacy. The news of the FBI's QuantoPro program, which had been tasked with surveilling and discrediting political activists, shook the nation. Seberg's case was a chilling example of the program's reach and ruthlessness. The actress had been hounded, harassed, and ultimately driven to despair by the very agencies meant to protect her. In the aftermath of these revelations, Seberg's legacy was re-evaluated through a new lens. Her life, once a glamorous tale of Hollywood success, was now seen as a poignant reminder of the personal cost of standing up for one's beliefs in a world where power and surveillance are ever present. The actress's story served as a cautionary tale, warning of the dangers of political involvement and the vulnerability of public figures. However, Seberg's legacy is not just a cautionary tale, it is also a testament to the power of activism and the importance of standing up for what is right. The actress's unwavering commitment to social justice and her willingness to use her platform to advocate for change continue to inspire and resonate with audiences today. In a world where power and surveillance are more prevalent than ever, Seberg's story serves as a stark reminder of the challenges and dangers that come with political activism. Yet, it also offers a beacon of hope, a reminder that even in the face of adversity, one person can make a difference. The actress's legacy, complex and multifaceted, continues to resonate, a poignant reminder of the personal costs of standing up for one's beliefs in a world where power and surveillance are ever present.